Hey guys, before we get started, we have an anime channel called Mystic Sage, where I do a ton of anime speculations, character studies, and a whole bunch of content anime related, such as Boruto, My Hero Academia, and Dragon Ball Super. So if that's up your alley, go check out Mystic Sage. A link to our anime channel will be in the description and in the top right corner of the screen with the video we did this week. Also, if you guys want to support me even further, you can check out my Patreon page. It has a lot of really cool perks you may like. That money can go a long way and can increase the amount of content I put out, being able to more so afford my editor and buy more equipment for making our channel even greater. Thanks guys, enjoy the video. Pokemon. They come in all shapes, forms, and sizes. Many Pokemon created over the past 20 years have been really iconic in the sense that everyone can remember them. Some of these Pokemon are amazing, whether it be their origins or even the fact that some Pokemon are very good in the competitive scene. However, there are just some Pokemon that simply shouldn't exist in the first place, whether it be because of their lack of significance or just the fact they have really done nothing for the Pokemon franchise. Today, me and my friend Monkiez are going to be spotting out this Pokemon with the top 10 Pokemon that shouldn't exist.
What's up guys, my name is Monkiez and welcome to the top 10 Pokemon that shouldn't exist. Please remember that this video is 100% our own opinion, and if you disagree, just feel free to let us know down in the comments below. Also be sure to note that these Pokemon aren't necessarily our least favorite Pokemon, just Pokemon we feel are very unnecessary and forgotten in the games. With that being said, let's get started.
Starting off this list, we have Bruxish. It may be a surprise to you guys that we even remember this Pokemon. Now, we don't exactly dislike Bruxish, we just feel it shouldn't exist just due to the fact that Gamefreak failed to execute it properly. If you guys remember during the trailers of when Sun and Moon were coming out, and Bruxish was revealed, during its trailer, it was revealed of Tapu Koko, the Chargebug evolution line, Drampa, Cutiefly, Togedemaru, and the Zygarde forms. To be honest, how is Bruxish supposed to stand out here amongst these Pokemon? The rest of these Pokemon are a lot more iconic than Bruxish is, and yeah, I get how it's supposedly based off of the Hawaiian state fish. I would think that Gamefreak would try a little harder promoting it by placing with other Pokemon rather than Tapu Koko or the Zygarde forms. Why make a Pokemon when you can't even hype it up properly? Lastly, it's ugly. They made it look so bad when it was placed with the others in its reveal trailer. I don't exactly hate it, I just feel the reveal time was bad and it's left a bad taste in my mouth, and that thing, I imagine, just scares people. Overall, my argument is, why make a Pokemon when you can't even hype it up?
Generation 3 is one of my favorite Pokemon generations of all time. It was the first generation that brought us huge innovation. We were given double battles, the concept of abilities, and changing weather in these games. One Pokemon designed in order to show off one of these new features was Castform, and my oh my is he useless. Don't get me wrong, he has a cool gimmick. Kinda. Just let me explain. So the whole thing behind Castform is that he changes to a different typing and form depending on what weather condition he is in. However, one downfall to this is that you're going to need to sacrifice one move slot to change the weather condition if you're not in that particular location at the moment. And if you want to be able to use any of the three forms for any situation you might encounter, then you're only going to be left with one move slot and a very shallow move pool to choose from. When Weather Ball is your only attacking move, you may run into problems trying to gain coverage by having to take one turn to switch forms. I also want to mention the fact that Castform's stats are super subpar at base 70 all around, which can make battles pretty difficult to win. If Game Freak really wanted to show off the new features of the weather mechanics, I feel as though the abilities Drought and Drizzle on Groudon and Kyogre were good enough. All in all, Castform is a Pokemon with a good gimmick that was just executed poorly.
Let me just ask. Did we really need Azurill? No, seriously, like, what's the point? I get it, yeah, baby Pokemon, it's supposed to be cute. Well, Azurill, it does nothing. Its egg moves are awful, its stats are awful, and it learns Splash as one of its level up moves. Yeah, okay, it gets Water Gun, but it's normal type, and what are you supposed to be hitting with those base 20 attack stats? There's also the fact you need to go through the trouble of using the Sea Instance to breed it. Who would go through all the trouble to breed this thing just to level it up into Meryl when you can breed a Meryl with so much better egg moves? Azurill does not need to be here. They should have just kept Meryl. The Meryl line is amazing, and Azumarill is precious, but why do we need this? Why is it here? It's a hassle to get, and the only reason to ever get it is to complete your Pokedex.
Over the years of the Pokemon series, we've seen a great number of cool bird Pokemon, each one with a different design or concept. Some are simple yet effective like Pidgeot, others are intricate like Unpheasant, and some have a gimmick around them like Chatot. Shoutout was introduced solely for the purpose of showing off the new DS feature, the microphone. The point of Shoutout being in the games was for it to be able to mimic its trainer. Once Shoutout has a move chatter, you can then record over the move so that when the move is used, the cry of Shoutout is what you put into the microphone. The louder the sound of the recording, the easier it is for Shoutout to confuse the opponent. However, this was not very well thought out on Gamefreak's part, as this feature is now disabled in the games. The developers of the games didn't take the idea of people using profanity into account when designing this move. Chatter no longer now gives you the ability to record outside of battle and will only confuse the target on contact. Shoutout's main gimmick is gone, so that leaves us with the question, why is he still in the games? Shoutout without Shouter's functionality is just another single stage forgotten Pokemon with extremely subpar stats and an average move pool. And I actually like Shoutout myself. I feel like a parrot Pokemon that can mimic its trainer is an extremely cool design and something that hasn't been thought of before. Oh, it's Shoutout. Why'd they have to go so wrong?
So it's Gen 4, awesome generation, Diamond and Pearl are looking to be fantastic games. You're hyped up for the new Pokemon being revealed. Then you see this thing. Dude, a Pokemon where you combine the Regis? Count me in, is what my initial thought was. Then I discovered its ability. What is this ability? You hype up Regigigas to be this powerhouse monster with amazing Pokedex entries, great stats, and then you give it this ability to the point where it's completely useless. I just hated the fact that they hyped up what was supposed to be a great Pokemon and then turn it into a pile of garbage. The Regis on their own are better than this thing. Don't create a Pokemon, hype it up, and then turn it terrible. Don't create it in the first place if it's going to be terrible. Well, that pretty much wraps up part 1 of this list. Be sure to check out part 2 of this video on Monkey's channel in the description or in the icon in the top right corner. Be sure to also sub to him as he makes some amazing content. If you enjoyed this video too, why not leave a like and subscribe to my channel with notifications on, that way you never miss an upload. Also, check out Mystic Sage in the description and in the card as well for anime content if you enjoy that. I think I'm gonna wrap it up though. I'm Mr. Gumbrian and I will see you in the future for some more awesome Pokemon content.